Hey, Tarot fans. Welcome to Timeless Tarot. I'm Cindy, and this is your regular weekend romance, weekend love. Pick a card, yours and theirs energy. So what I'm going to do is pull 3 charms from this little bag here and ask you to please focus on whichever one makes most sense to you, whichever one you're feeling drawn to. That will distinguish what group you're in, group 1, 2, or 3. And then I'll do a 9-card spread, 3 cards for your energy this weekend that you're bringing to your connection, 3 cards for your person's energy, what they're bringing to the connection, and then 3 cards for the energy of the connection itself. Before I get going, just a reminder that this is a general collective reading. These are general collective readings. So if it doesn't resonate, just move on, just let it go. If it's not your story, it's not your story. You may find yourself in another video of mine, which would be great. Also, this is a new channel, so if you do find this content helpful or interesting, or you know anybody that does, if you could like, share, and please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out a lot, and I really, really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get 3 charms on the table here. Oh, that's 4. I'll put 1 back. Oops. All right, what do we got? Okay, group 1. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because this bag was filled with charms, but I guess somehow or other I got a dime in there. So this is a Canadian dime. I don't know whether group 1 is going to be really concentrated on their fiscal situation or thinking about money or maybe about sailboats. But here we have a Canadian dime that isn't supposed to be in my charm bag and yet is. So that's you, group 1. There are no mistakes. That's another thing, that all readings are timeless. So if you come across this reading the day it was posted, great. If you come across it a year from then, great. Whatever it is, there are no accidents. Everything is a synchronicity. So the message will always in life will always come to you right at the exact time. So group 1, you are the Canadian dime. Interesting. Group 2, you get this little crown here, a little crown charm, golden crown. Group 2. And group 3, this is a zodiac charm, Taurus. All right, some second house energy there. Taurus, the bull, the very comfortable bull that is concerned with his values. Again, often 3D material values, but not always. Okay, so group 1, again, you get the dime, Canadian dime with a sailboat on it. Unexpectedly in that bag, I don't know why. And group 2, you get the little golden crown here. And group 3, you get the zodiac charm of Taurus. So whichever group you are in, there will be time stamps below. You can skip ahead. If you've chosen group 3, you can just skip ahead to your timestamp. You don't have to watch the whole thing, although if you do, that's great too. All right, group 1. Group 1, our sailboat. I know it's a dime, but I keep focusing in on, I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is a sailboat. It's kind of a big one. It's got at least 3 sails on that. So I keep focusing on that. So maybe it's dealing with water, emotions, movement through water, catching the wind. The overall energy I'm getting is movement. Yeah, emotional movement of some sort. So we're going to call that the overall energy for the reading. The bottom of the deck is the Magician in reverse. That would be the subconscious energy that is surrounding you that you may or may not be aware of. So 3 cards for your energy, group 1. You get Death right off the hop. 6 of Wands in the upright. Okay, well, you're feeling pretty good about it. And the Lovers. Okay, your energy, Death, all upright, Death, 6 of Wands, and the Lovers. Okay. The energy of your person, they get the 2 of Wands in reverse. the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Wands in the upright. And the energy for the connection, Strength in the upright, Two of Pentacles in the upright, and the Emperor in reverse. Okay. Okay, well, with the overall energy, that sailboat and being money, and also being a charm or a coin in my charm bag that was unexpected. I am just going to call this overall energy as an opportunity to move. And the Death card there, an opportunity to move or to manifest that is, the feeling I get isn't so much as going wrong as blocked. So let's see, there's a little, the subconscious energy of this manifestation is blocked, but there is a lot of emotional wanting to move. And it does have something to do with your 3D situation. You may be physically moving across water of some sort. The energy that you're bringing for this weekend being Death in the upright, the Six of Wands in the upright, and the Lovers. You've met someone new, and you've met someone new, and you're feeling really good about it. There is an old chapter closed, and closed like that. It may even be a surprising close. It may be something that I get the feeling that this is very new and not planned for. And it may not even be showing up in the physical yet. In fact, I think I'm looking at a brand from your perspective, a brand spanking new love interest. And it could be a deep one, a serious one, a soul contract, and you're feeling really good about it. Okay. From your person's perspective, I really don't even think that you have reached out to this person yet. I think it's that new. And from your person's perspective, they have the Two of Wands in the reverse. Their plans are disrupted as well. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and they don't know what it means. But there's a line drawn. Okay, so they're in the decision making too. They are looking at you too. Whether or not you've actually said something, you might have, because there's a sense of victory there. So you might have made the first volley and it was well received. That being said, I think your person wasn't expecting it. But they're looking at you now. They're definitely looking at you now. And I think at this point anyway, doesn't really show what their next move is. It's more contemplative, but it is serious. That Nine of Wands sometimes gets associated with one last stand, and the feeling I'm getting there is they are definitely looking at you and giving you some serious consideration. Okay. So that's why that Magician would be in the reverse there, because he's trying to come in. This is a brand new manifestation that is not in yet. And it is riding in that sailboat on some pretty high emotions here. For the connection itself, we have the Strength card. So that is inspirational alignment with the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, change. There's two pentacles there. Each of those pentacles represents a 3D construct. The world is changing, but this is not chaotic. It is progressing. Both parties are progressing in an orderly fashion. It might feel a little bit off balance, but it looks. Oh, isn't that interesting? You can see the ships in the background there. Again, emotional movement, and I really think there could be some physical movement here, or at least the contemplation of physical movement, because the connection itself closes out on the Emperor in reverse, which can be issues of control, but in this case, I think it's just issues of there's no foundation yet. This relationship is so new that you haven't even begun to look at, well, what does it really mean in the 3D? What is it really going to look like? Because I think that if the two of you're in, the roles could be reversed, but the first energy I read there is in. And the second energy is like very seriously considering it. Not quite as thoroughly, but then the energy for the connection is very connected. That strength card, very strong attraction. In some decks, this card is actually called lust. So very strong connection, physical connection, fire connection with that Two of Pentacles, and it's now in the 3. It's beginning to come into the 3D to actually be a thing that will change. It could change your living condition, your living environment in very real ways. And this is a foundation card. Again, much like with the Magician in the reverse there, it hasn't arrived. I'm not going to read this so much as a reversal as in a delay, but even then, this is so new that you can't even really call it a delay. It's just at the onset, just at the beginning. So cool. Group 1 has definitely met and is definitely being considered, or is considering, if the roles are reversed, a serious connection, and it is brand spanking new. And emotions are riding high in a positive way. But I do like that Two of Pentacles there, giving it a sense of grounding it in actual reality. So that's what I got for you. Hope this helped. Moving on to group 2, the Crown. The feeling I get right off the hop of that is issues of sovereignty, issues of rulership, not so much over others, could be over others, could be kind of an Emperor energy there, but I kind of get more of a Queen of Pentacles vibe as well, being more like self-care, self-sovereignty. But let's see what we get for you. 3 cards for you coming up. Your energy for this weekend. You get the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Page of Wands in the upright, and the Knight of Wands in the upright. Okay. For your person, the King of Swords in the upright. Oh dear, the 9 of Swords in the reverse. A little bit of stress there. And the 4 of Wands in the upright. Okay, and for the connection itself, the Hanged Man in the upright, the 9 of Wands in the reverse, and the 6 of Wands in the upright. Energy at the bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands in the upright, so it's a recalibration. There's a lot of ideas. There could be more than one person involved in this, even though this is yours and theirs reading. It could be some outside influences from third-party influences or fifth-party influences, but there's some change and some challenges, possibly some competition. Okay, so let's take a look. Your energy here, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. You're stuck. Or have been stuck. But fortunately, you got the Page of Wands coming in with in the upright, followed very quickly with the Knight of Wands. So you've been stuck. about something you've been working on for some time. That Knight of Pentacles moves slow, and when he's in the reverse, he's usually been there for a while. That's not a fleeting feeling whatsoever, but it looks like there's an awakening of some sort. You're curious. Something has made you curious about maybe moving in a different direction, and very quickly that curiosity turns into action outside of yourself, taking action towards something. Again, and I just flipped back to this competition. So you might be feeling, and right under that, the Hierophant, commitment. I think you might have gotten very comfortable in your relationship, and you might have a challenge. Somebody might be bringing in some sort of challenge. You might have received some news that makes you take action. Okay. For your person, they get the King of Swords in the upright, decisions, determination, truth, fairness. But the middle of the deck is the Nine of Swords, also in the upright. That is stress. That is anxiety. That is mental energy keeping you up at night. Not knowing what to do, or being very concerned about a decision. And that decision, I believe, has to do with commitment. Okay, so and about sovereignty. Okay, so I'm just going to call it. There's no real great way to say it, but your person is in the process of making a decision, or has made a decision that is stressing them out, that has to do with your commitment. I believe maybe they've received an offer. Maybe someone's looking at them, and they're taking it seriously, and they're stressed out about it, and you're taking it seriously, and you're moving. You're going to do something about it. Like I said, roles could be reversed, but maybe somebody in this connection has gotten a little too comfortable, and I think a challenge has been issued, and that's why it goes back to the sovereignty, your charm there that you were drawn to. Like, what part of me is me, and what part of me is we, and where do my responsibilities lie within that construct? For the relationships itself, the Hangman in the upright, the Nine of Wands in the reverse, and finishing out on the Six of Wands in the upright. Okay, so there's transformation here. There's a new ways of looking at old situations coming in. There's also a strong feeling of throwing in the towel, in that I think whatever that this is not new, that there has been definitely been some back and forth, to the point where at least one of the parties is not wanting to fight about it anymore. And then followed by that Six reverse. It looks like you're going to finish off the weekend, because again, this is a very short-term reading. You're going to finish off the weekend feeling like this discussion may actually happen, and it may bring you to a better place. You're going to finish off feeling like, okay, we actually talked about it. We dealt with this issue, and at least one of the parties is going to feel like they don't want to fight about it. The other party is going to feel like everything is cool, but I don't think everything is. Not 100%. That Hangman is going to take a little bit more time, I think, because the sense of victory, or the sense of accomplishment, the sense of, you may even end up doing something social with other couple whereby you guys look great, but I don't think we're great quite yet. No break whatsoever. I don't see a break in the 3D. I don't see a break yet in the physical, and I don't really see a break in the energy. But there's definitely some change, transformation coming in, and I think a difficult conversation. And I think one of the parties, could be you, might dismiss this issue a little bit faster than you should. I think for the second party, it's actually quite stressful, and that they might just acquiesce rather than actually be on board. And that you don't want. I mean, the worst thing you can have in a relationship is when you stop fighting, because then that's when party's given up, and that is not generally speaking, good long term. So that's what I got for you, group 2. Hope that helps. And now on to group 3. Group 3, we get Taurus. This little charm here. Taurus is the second house in the zodiac. It's associated with the things that we value. It's associated with home and comfort and warm soup and warm slippers and snuggliness. It's also associated with stubbornness, the bullheaded. Actually, there's no zodiac sign that's more stubborn than Taurus. A badly aspected Taurus will not move, regardless of everyone else's needs and everything else that's going on. The feeling I get from this at the moment, though, is really just all of those good things, the warm, cozy things. So we'll see what we got here. 3 cards for you going into this weekend. Your energy. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Ace of Cups in the upright, and the 7 of Swords in the upright. Oh dear, and in this deck, that 7 of Swords is definitely depicted with duplicity. 7 of Swords is sometimes known as, or traditionally known as, the Thief card. I don't tend to read it that way. I tend to read the 7 of Swords in the upright as someone going their own way, but duplicity. But duplicity is still there because they're going their own way, but they haven't let you know. In fact, they may even provide you proof that they're going in one direction, but they're really going in another direction. That's the duplicity there. Okay, so we'll get back to you. That's your energy. The energy for your person, the 9 of Pentacles in the upright, the 4 of Swords in the upright, and the 4 of Cups in the upright. They're looking pretty good. There's a little bit of apathy, a little bit of emotional boredom, could be lack of gratitude. But okay, we'll get to them. And for the overall connection, the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, the King of Swords in the upright, and the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Energy at the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords. Okay, that's the energy, the subconscious energy that that is surrounding the connection itself, the whole connection, that you may not be aware of because it's subconscious. All right, looking at your energy here. Who's our bull in this? I think our bull might be them. Roles can be reversed again. So your energy, Page of Pentacles in reverse. You're looking at something, but it isn't as expected. You're not sure if what you're looking at is actually what you want. There is love here. There is that Ace of Cups, so there's a potential. There's a potential coming in. Energy, opportunity for love, for something that you desire. But then that 7 of Swords, I think you might be distracted. If this is your energy, you might be distracted. Something might have turned your head. You had something that you thought you were going to build into something more, but I kind of similar to the energy of the number two of the second reading. Something might have turned your head, and you might still be going through the paces, and you might not have let your partner know. Because in truth, these are short-term energies. So, in truth, this doesn't necessarily mean that anything's really going to come of it. These could be internal energies that you're processing. Um, we all have moments in time, if especially if you're in a really long-term relationship, and I get the feeling this is a long-term relationship because of that honestly, because of that apathy there. The apathy takes a while, boredom takes a while to come in your person's energy. So it might be that this is a long-term relationship that's gone a little bit stale, where one partner has had something that turned their head, and they might be thinking, oh well, maybe I could. This isn't exactly what I thought it was when I was all limerent in the very beginnings. Maybe I could find what I'm looking for in a different direction. And in particular, it's really interesting how this lines up on the table, because I have you, again, energies could be reversed, but as we read that, this is you looking over here at your person. This shows intellectual, at the very least, contemplation and duplicity of leaving. This shows you're on your person's side. They're not even one's looking at I'm out, and this one's not even looking at the cup in front of it. This shows could be a lack of gratitude, could be that they're just bored, it could be that it has absolutely nothing to do with you. They're just generally bored. Their energy, being the Nine of Pentacles in the upright and the Four of Swords, actually they're feeling very good about themselves, and I think this is our Taurus energy here. They're feeling good, they're feeling comfortable, they've been resting for a while, they've done some healing, and now they're just a little bit bored and maybe stuck, maybe too comfortable. This fellow here has his 3 cups and another one coming in, and still not excited about him. That is the very definition of apathy. Okay, for the connection itself, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles, which is where it ends. And I'm going to start with that Three of Pentacles because it's in reverse, which is a lack of cooperation. From the Ace of Pentacles in this connection, where it's the opening is something in the physical that you want, that is of value for sure, and then followed by the King of Swords, decisions, clear thinking, thinking with the head, not the heart. It's not actually a lot of positive, heartfelt energy here. And then the Three of Pentacles, lack of cooperation. I think what we're looking at here, also the subconscious energy, there's a truth coming to light here. So there's something that's going to need to be dealt with. One party is maybe feeling a bit neglected, and the other party is a little bit too comfortable. But it looks, the positive on it is that the energy of truth and the energy of right action, intellectually right action, is very strong in the center of the connection itself. So that energy is either gonna is going to manifest or help that Three of Pentacles to either move from the non-cooperation energy into cooperating again, because that's what I think that you need. I think you're going your way and they're going their way, and you two are not looking at each other right now. So the one of you that's more apathetic, bored maybe, but very, very, very comfortable, My advice to that party would be, hey, look at your spouse over there. They're feeling a little neglected, and they may be thinking that this is not that their needs are not being met, in which case they may be looking elsewhere. So that's a bit crunchy, but at least now you know. So heads up on that. That's what I got for you. I hope this helped. Please, if it resonated, please like and share. Please leave something in the comments. Let me know if that resonated with you. And other than that, if you hit the subscribe button, I muchly appreciate that. So cheers. See you next time.